She was so nervous to think that she might have had an underlying bacteria infection that she didn't detect.
Hey, there she is.
She said, I'm playing hooky today.
Playing hooky. Yeah.
She has arthritis doctor's appointment, so she'd only be going a couple days or a couple hours anyway.
You think it's cold?
Just outside in the middle of winter and nothing but my moo-moo. Welcome to the vlog. Welcome to the vlog today. I just woke Evie up and I'm in my pajamas still and I'm outside feeling a little funny because there's neighbors walking by on their walks. But Davey was jumping in the pool because he was like, I just got to make sure everything's working because our salt cell is not working properly. So they're going to come out today and like replace that. But Evie saw him in the pool because he's trying to see how the water is. And she's like, I'm not going to school today. And I was like, actually, I agree with you because you have your arthritis appointment. I did lose sleep over this last night, you guys. It's true. I was literally up at 2 a.m. Mine started racing. Just nervous, like anxiety. I finally just had to take some ibuprofen because I got a headache. But here we go. This is going to be whether the doctor feels like we absolutely have to throw her back on some dangerous medicine or if we can continue to try to just fight it naturally. But the truth is Evie hasn't been great about her diet. So she's been eating pretty normal. So that's kind of good because she hasn't gotten any worse. I do think if she were to be able to like get her sugar intake and gluten intake really low, that she would have more success. But I mean, I don't want to say more success because I feel like that's being ungrateful. Honestly, she's doing really well. She has not had any pain and I have not noticed any increase in swelling anywhere. With that said, that's very good. Like, take off medicine, you would expect everything to flare up if it was really active. So I'm hoping that she would consider her into remission, even though her knee is still a little bit more swollen than the other one, or it almost just is like bigger. And I wonder if that's just like permanent scarring going on because it's never really gone away. And it's not giant like it was when she was first diagnosed. Her knee was huge. So I'm really hoping we get some encouragement from the doctor today and not shame because it's scary for me. It's scary because I walk in there and they're just like modern medicine. I tried all that, okay? For 4 years, I did exactly what you said and I only saw her get more and more sick. Her hair fall out, her little body just gets so frail and she was always like throwing up, fever randomly, sick all the time, yeast infections, just like, and I'm just trying to stop. I'm following my gut, my intuition, my mama gut, my mama spidey sense as you might call it. And that takes a lot of faith, but that's just what I felt led to do. And so I'm just hoping that we get good news. I'm just anxious. And I know even if the doctor's not thrilled that I could still advocate for my daughter, but I will for sure listen to the doctor because I still value their opinion. This is not me saying I'm against all modern medicine or against anything. It's just saying I had prayed so much about it and my gut was telling me to get her off the medicine right then. So if we have to put her back on medicine, I'm prepared to be like, that's fine, we'll try it. But I do know without a doubt that my intuition did not lead me wrong because she was so sick when we took her off the medicine for so long because all of these underlying infections and viruses and bacteria were just like thriving in her because her immune system was not shutting them out. And so I do think her immune system is working properly again. Like when she got a little cold with everyone else last like couple weeks ago, it was like a teeny little cold, like a stuffy nose for 3 days. She had the same symptoms as everyone else and like maybe a little lingering cough at the end, you know, like it wasn't terrible. it didn't go out spiral out of control, but like it was the first time in 4 years I seen her body react the same way as all the rest of ours with the same virus going around. Does that make sense? I don't know. So that was good to see, and I feel like she gained a bunch of weight and grew and like gained muscle. So I feel like she's healthy right now, and that doesn't always get to stay, but I'm so grateful for it right now. So I'm gonna go get ready. I'm gonna try to clean this house because Evie also just invited her entire dance team over to swim, and the house looks like this. And I'm not gonna sugarcoat this at all. It is ridiculous. Listen, what in the world? Like, I don't think it's ever been this bad. It's so bad. And this is because I was gone at dance ballet recital yesterday from noon until 11 p.m. And we did have Ambree babysitting, Ender, Evie, and Frank here. Well, Daisy was here too. So we had and Alice. So we had the 3 teenage girls babysitting, but they focused on having fun and not on keeping the house clean, apparently. And I'm not mad about it. I just have a lot of work to do now. And everyone should do their zones before they go to school, but it's this bad. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Okay, we've got our little elephant here working, making some bath bombs.
Evie wanted to give everyone in her dance team a Christmas present, and I didn't want to go buy anything because I had this, and she said, I'll give them bath bombs. So I said, I'll make them up some bath bombs.
So yeah, they just had their big Nutcracker performance yesterday, and they don't have dance today, so we're inviting the team over for a little party at the same time they would have dance, so hopefully a lot of them can come. We'll see.
So far, one said she would, and I'm pretty
minute.
sure there's 2 others that will come, so I think
we'll have at least a few.
At least 3. Oh,
Yeah.
man. I feel like when you're around, I do bad on these.
Oh, is there anything else in your life?
I get
like
distracted. I'm just not thinking.
I have that effect on women.
Last time we made the appointment, the doctor told me that they were going to be at a different clinic, and I forgot, and we went to the wrong clinic, and now we're already in the parking lot for 20 minutes looking for parking because there was no parking, and now we're going to be like 20 minutes late. She said that they'll usually still see him because people get mixed up. That's not our car, sis. Hold on, stay by Mom. We're in a parking lot. At least there's a lot of place to run here. What are you guys playing? Don't step on a crack?
You have to stay on the thick one.
I guess they said it happens all the time. And Ender has an orthodontist appointment at 2. There's no way we'll make it there in time in daybreak. No way. We love them though, because they are so awesome. I called them and I was like, I screwed up. I was already pushing the limits with getting there on time in the first place, and then I went to the wrong building. I'm so sorry. And they were like, we'll just move you up 40 minutes, so we don't have to be there till 2:40 now. Because that's probably when we're going to get there. And Ender forgot his ballroom stuff, which is also super sad because I'm like, we don't have time to go home now for sure.
Well, doesn't it start at 4?
Yeah, but we're not even going to get to your appointment until 3. It takes an hour to get home. And then another 30 minutes to get back to your ballroom. There's no way. You'd be 40 minutes late if we went home to get it. Or you're going to be right on time if I just take you there.
I have to get my belly and stuff.
You're just going to have to dance in shoes today. And socks.
No.
Oh, sorry, no.
No.
Oh.
I'm not.
Okay, then you can just skip ballroom today.
Okay.
No, actually you can't.
Okay. Well, then let's go home.
You're going to follow instructions. I'm going to drop you off at ballroom without your ballroom shoes, and you're just
No?
going to go in. Yeah.
Well, then how about you would go home and then go back?
I can maybe ask Dad to meet me there with him.
Okay.
Yeah, they can totally share the crayons. You got a birthday present?
Can I borrow a finger on your other hand?
All right, Ender, hold this. I'm gonna drive and tell Dad what, I'm on the phone with Dad. I'm gonna tell him what happened. So I went to the wrong building and I was already 10 minutes late for Evie because they switched. She was like, I'm in a different clinic that day. And she told me like 3 months ago, and I was like, okay, I'll remember. And I put the right address on the calendar. But then when I went today to navigate to it, I was like, oh, that's the wrong address because I'd forgotten that. And so I navigated to the regular place. And I got there on time, but then I spent 10 minutes looking for a parking place because there was no parking. So then I was 10 minutes late, and then I go inside and they're like, you're supposed to go to the clinic. And I was like, oh my gosh. So I was 30 minutes late, but they were like, it happens all the time. She'll still see you. So she was great to fit us in. And then she examined EB, and she did say that she maybe should have her go to a dermatologist just to look at the birthmark on her foot and the birthmark on her leg, because those could be signs of a skin disease that might need some attention, because they're odd looking birthmarks. And I said, they've been there since she was born. And she's like, well, okay, but just to be safe. She's like, it's probably nothing, but I would just recommend that. And she said it twice now. And I'm like, oh, okay, maybe we'll have a dermatologist look at them. And then she said, as for her joints, she was like, when's the last time she had her eye appointment? I told her it was a couple weeks ago, and that it was great, and there was no inflammation. Her eyes were quiet. And she said, that's good. And she goes, well, her joints don't look any different, so, and she's not in pain. So she's like, I'm fine with just monitoring another 3 months and just see, and just let me know if anything changes. And I said, okay. And
That's good.
I did tell her that she got a raging fever right after I stopped. I said, like, I skipped her Humira, and then the next day she got 102 fever and lasted 5 days, and she was just miserable. There was no other symptoms. And she goes, oh, it's this blah blah virus. And I was like, well, then they gave her antibiotics and it went away like the next day. And she goes, well, the virus might have just been at the end of its life anyway, and maybe she would have gotten better without the antibiotics. And I was like, oh, I don't think so. I think the antibiotics took it away. And she's like, well, she was so nervous to think that she might have had an underlying bacteria infection that she didn't detect for months. Because I was like, the other doctor felt like she had had an underlying bacterial infection from the Humira for months. And that really bothered her. So she got very defensive. And I was like, okay, fine. Maybe it was a virus. But all that matters now is that she's fine. She's healthy now. She hasn't gained hardly any weight. It's like 0.1 of a pound. And she's only grown like a half an inch. But she grew a half of an inch in, how many months is that? She grew a half of an inch in 3 months. So that's kind of a lot. But hasn't really gained much weight. And she said her leg discrepancy she goes, they look even to me. So, and that's kind of what the x-ray said last time too, was that there wasn't really a leg discrepancy. So she's like, she's doing good. Like, at this point, I say keep her off the medicine and just monitor. So I'm very, very happy about that.
That's awesome.
It broke.
Good news.
It's a blessing. I don't know, like, she's like, see, that's the thing. I just have this feeling that maybe her knee has some permanent joint damage that was done from when she had the injections and you know what I mean? And just the swelling from when she was 3. Like, maybe her knee just looks different now because of atrophy or whatever she called it. It's just like, looks a little bit bigger than the other one from trauma. And so she could technically be, if she stays like this for a while, she could be considered in remission, I think. She didn't say this, I'm just like thinking. If that's just what her knee looks like now, and she's not in any pain, and there's not a bone discrepancy, and her eyes stay quiet, like, I'm just praying that we can stay away from all these toxic drugs. All right, this is our favorite orthodontist. He's so awesome. Look at this. This was their little elf on the shelf here. And it was sitting right here, and I said something maybe that I shouldn't have about it, and it literally jumped and fell in here. I did not touch it. Okay. This is the kids' favorite thing to do lately.
Mom, I'm full. I'm full. With my ice cream.
Oh.
With my ice cream.
Okay, well now they're all full with their ice cream. Here's what's funny. I love this orthodontist. We come from pretty far because we started coming here when we lived closer, and then I just love them so much we keep coming back, and they're doing the treatment. Andrew's done with his braces too. We just come in for checkups to make sure everything is going well. And they take such good care of us.
Frankie.
They have fresh made cookies. They have a Dole Whip machine, and they have hot chocolate, and you can get all these treats while you're in there waiting for the appointments, and the kids take full advantage of it every time.
Video games too.
And video games.
That might be the last time.
This is like funner than Grandma's house, right?
No,
That's the thing. If I had to be in the dentistry world, I would choose orthodontist because it seems like they get to be like the cool fun ones. They're not like drilling at your teeth and making you numb. They're just making you beautiful and feeding you treats. I don't know. I love them over here. So, funny story though. I was like not a very good kid. Okay. We didn't even have enough on the shelf, probably because I was so naughty. And I was saying to them, it's probably because if I had enough on the shelf, I had touched it when I was a kid. I would have been like, boop, there you go. Get out of here. Like, I was a naughty girl. And when I said that, their elf on the shelf jumped behind the computer. It was like just sitting there, and it had a cute little melted snowman. It literally jumped behind the computer. All of us heard it thunk, and I was like, we look over and I was like, I think I scared it. We were laughing so hard. You were at the computer. Did you hear us laugh? We all busted up laughing. The receptionist, we all couldn't believe it. We were like, we made the elf move. So,
That's mine.
I hope that they don't spread the word to our elf at home and say that I was on the naughty list when I was a kid. But
I mean, is this mine?
I don't remember. No, this one's yours. This one's Frank's. This one's Evie's.
Everything, take a long look. I bet you'll see what I mean. And when the storms come around, we'll dance in the rain. Yeah, you.
Okay, we are gonna end the vlog now. I'm just trying to. I've got a problem, guys. Evie loves me so much, and she won't let me go. And she's just so cute. But, oh, blinds are closing. It's time for bed. Everybody's going to bed. And great news with Evie and the doctors today. And we're just so excited about that. Just keep being awesome and keep kicking that arthritis butt. Okay, Evie? Good talk. So, I'm just trying to, I put Evie to bed 16 times. And she just is still here, so I'm not sure what to do with her. How come you won't go to bed? You got anything to say? Just puppy eyes? Ooh. Oh. Okay, we're gonna end the vlog now. Thanks for watching, guys. Fun getting everything. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.